Hi Virgo, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. This is the monthly general tarot reading for your sign. I'm going to pull 4 cards for each part of the month, and then I'm going to do an overall energy. So let's see what you've got coming up for May. Let's have a look. Let's see what we've got. The first card for you it's that one. It's that one. We have the 5 of Swords. This can be I don't know if it's you or someone around you. This is the kind of energy where someone just keeps fighting and fighting and fighting just to prove that they're just to have the last word, or just to be the one that wins, or do you know what I mean? It's that kind of will win at any cost, doesn't matter what it costs. So I don't know if it's you, or I don't know if it's them. If this is you, maybe it's not worth it, because it could cost you people walking away from you, or when someone has to be right all the time, we kind of go, it's not worth it, and then they kind of don't want to be around you because you're not listening to anybody else's opinion, you're not listening to anybody else's point of view, you're not respecting someone else's voice. If this is someone that is being like this towards you, then they're never gonna, they just want to be right. They're never going to listen to anybody else's opinion, anybody else's point of view. They are so set in their beliefs that they just it's that kind of they have to be right. They have to be right. So just walk away. They're never going to back down. Just let go. You're not worth it. They're not worth it. They're not worth having an argument. They're never going to see any point of view. They're never going to want to find a middle ground. They just only want to be absolute winner. Let's see what we've got for the second week of May. We have the Queen of Cups. So this is about nurturing. You could have intuitive abilities that you might want to look into developing, or starting to learn to trust your... There's a creative project as well that is going to get flowing and get moving, and you'll realise what some talents that you have. Creative outlets. Also, this can be somebody around you wants to have a catch up and a chat. I would go for it. I don't know if you'll need to talk to someone or they'll need to talk to you, but this feels like a cup of tea and a biscuit, and just kind of, you know, those chats where you kind of catch up with each other and just setting the world to rights just feels so much better. And it kind of feels like this energy, like if there's an opportunity to go with a friend and have a drink and have a coffee and a catch up, it'll be therapeutic for both of you, is really what I'm getting with that. But yeah, definitely intuitive abilities coming up. And maybe if you're trying to manifest something, have a look at working with moon cycles in order to do that, because it feels like that's coming up towards the new moon, because it feels like that moon's getting smaller, the waning moon, and we are due a new moon around that time. So yeah, have a look at moon cycles. Yasmin Bolland has a brilliant book called Moonology that's all about manifesting. And she, her Facebook group as well has so many resources that she does. She does lives and moon rituals and all sorts. But yeah, Moonology is definitely something to have a look into. Right, let's see what we've got for the third week of May. What have we got for the third week of May coming up? 9 of Pentacles. You may have to be a bit self-reliant that week, but you are more than capable of handling it. You have everything you need. You kind of in your flow. Home should be quite comfortable. There may be a few thoughts running around of, I want to say negative thoughts, but I don't think it's negative thoughts. I think you'll be able to process a few things that have, you've kind of put aside because you've been so busy running around. Why have you been busy running around? You've been busy running around. So it'll give you time to kind of sit there and prioritise things and write a list and organise your thoughts a little bit, because you're in this place of abundance, because you're in a really good place. You can kind of deal with the little niggly bits that have maybe left you a little bit overwhelmed. But I think, yeah, you'll get back to your confident self, and maybe that's to do with having this conversation with a friend and just setting the world to rights and reconnecting with someone. It kind of brings you back into that abundance mindset, and realising that, do you know what, life's all right now. It could be a hell of a lot worse, but look how good it is. It's about, I don't know, if changing that mindset is like, oh, I'm so much better, it kind of helps flip the switch and make you see things a bit more positively and bring you into that abundant state of mind. Okay, let's see what we've got for the last week of May. Or the last part of May. What have we got for the last part of May? We have the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, I don't know if like... I just kind of got this feeling you're going to go, life's so good right now. When's the other shoe going to fall? You know, when's the other shoe going to fall? It's like you just... You go to the opposite. You're like, oh my god, I've got to be really careful. I'm not abundant. Things aren't as affluent as they seem. They are. You'll just seem to have this fear that because things are good right now, it's going to end really soon. You're literally going, oh, it's good right now. When's it going to end? I'm waiting for this to not be okay again. Don't hold in your feelings too much. Make sure that you're expressing those and feeling those and processing those feelings. But yeah, this is you feeling quite guarded, quite closed off. Maybe even feeling like you're in a position of lack, although it really doesn't feel like you are lacking. It just, I think it's a perception that you just scared to be happy, almost scared to feel good, scared to feel like things are okay at the moment. Yeah, you just kind of, it's like you're waiting, you're anticipating that this is too good, it's going to end soon. And stop being so hard on yourself as well. That's really coming through. Somebody's being hard on themselves. Negative thinking's coming in again. So all that work that was done there with your friend, you need to carry on that feeling, carry on that thought processing, so that when you get towards the end of the month, that it's you kind of, because this is, you can take what I'm saying in a tarot reading and you can change, you can have free will to change any part of this. This is just showing you the current energies as they are right now. So you can stay in that abundant mindset. You can endeavour to try to be in it. Just because something's good right now doesn't mean that it not being so good is literally just around the corner. It's not. Everything is transient, and I get that. But it's almost like you're not enjoying the abundant times because you're fearing the non-abundant times. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. Rather than going, make hay while the sun shines, you're like, the sun's shining, I need to prep for winter. It's that kind of, yeah, I'm not catastrophizing. Maybe it's catastrophizing. You just know that it's, you're like, you don't even enjoy the happiness and the abundance, and it's about changing that mindset. Absolutely prepare for the darkness, or have what you need, tools in, ready for that season. But right now you've got to live in this moment. You can't be tilling the ground, turning the ground over, ready for spring when you're in the middle of summer. That's never going to work. You need to be enjoying the moment that you're in when it's happy. Just live, just be happy. You know, when the sad times come, if they come, it will just deal with it then. I always say it's tomorrow Kayleigh's problem. I'm enjoying myself right now. Overall, you have the Three of Wands. I think you're starting to see progress on your personal growth journey. I think you feature a little setback with this person that won't admit that they're wrong, or their opinion may not be the right one, or even that you may possibly have a different point of view than them. I'm getting that your points may be more valid. However, you're respectful of their opinion, but they don't seem to be doing it the other way around. But because of that, I think you need to set a boundary there and go, do you know what? You're not even listening to me. You're not even taking on board what I'm saying. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm just expressing my opinion. We can't, you know, we're not arguing. It's a debate. And yet they seem to have turned it into an argument because they can't even appreciate that they may have been mistaken in a point of view, or even change their point of view. But that takes its toll on your confidence a little bit, I think. But don't, because I think they're going to get quite nasty with like how aggressive with, well, that's my point, I'm right, you're wrong. And they get a bit nasty with it because they have to win, right? So they will shout you down. So what you should do is set a boundary. Go, there's no need to talk to me like that. I'll talk to you when you want to have a mature conversation, not just shout at me and tell me why you're right. And walk away, because that is a healthy boundary to set. And if they keep doing that to you, maybe it is worth just walking away completely, making that boundary a wall that is very, very high and very, very wide, and they cannot get in. But yeah, I think setting the world to rights there. But I think by setting that boundary and enforcing that boundary, that shows progress on boundary setting and personal growth and personal worth. You know that you're worth more than somebody shouting at you, telling you you're wrong. So yeah, overall, I feel like this is personal growth. and you'll start to see and appreciate how far you've come. Yes, you can fall back into this negative thinking, but you have the tools and you're making so much progress for it not to be so far into the negative that you can't, and you can bring it back. You have these tools now, and if that's the case, I'm getting a lot of greenery. Maybe get out in nature if you need to feel, if you're all up in your head, going for a walk in trees or a field, or it's greenery. Just connect with nature, because it's so grounding, and it can bring us our energy from up here in our heads very much down and pull it through our heart space. And if it comes to it, stand there in nature and imagine roots going down into the ground. And I do it and I go, I am Groot. And I do like Groot does, where he shoves his hand through it and it comes out through the earth. Anyway, that's what I do. I am Groot. And then just let the energy, just imagine a white light and imagine it coming down through your body, and just kind of like a, like a photocopier where you see it go like that. Let it do that through it all, into the roots, and take it down into Gaia, into the earth. And the earth naturally transmutes negative energy back into neutral or even positive. So just do like a cleansing, and again, do that in the shower as it's washing over you. Just let it take all the negativity and wash you away. They're the two things I do to recharge. So actually that's kind of two. I also do the light thing when I go to bed at night. I sit there and let it take away all the negativity before I go to bed. But yeah, take those tools, or find a different way of you grounding and cleansing your energy. But yeah, I think you'll start to see if you look, there's a snake there. You're gaining wisdom, you're gaining tools, and you're making progress on that journey. You're very aware that there's a way to go, but you are well on your way. And I think you need to give yourself credit for how far you've come on this self-love, self-worth, self-confidence and self-trusting journey. But yeah, I really like this. So I hope that is of some use to you, Virgo. Hopefully I'll see you at the next weekly reading, or even the monthly one for June. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye for now.